everybody, my name is Solomon Wise. I am Ericka Champion Wise's husband. And I am here today, once again, to talk to all those spouses, significant others, etc. out there about certain ways that you can help, whether it be the easiest possible way, all the way up to like expert level participation. So stay tuned, we're going to have a good talk. Okay, so everybody, I know this is kind of a subject where, especially for guys, this isn't something that we would typically like to do. Jewelry's not usually our thing. We don't really like to be around it too much. All the female decorations and everything, that's not really our thing. But I want to talk to you and give you guys some pointers on things that you can help, that you can do to help your significant other with their business. These things can be the basic level stuff all the way up to like super high participation levels, and I think it's going to help your spouse or significant other a lot with their business, and it can be life-changing, and I'll explain that later on in this video. So let's start with the easiest things that you can do to help your significant other with her business. The first thing, I do want to reiterate, or I do want to make sure that you understand that none of these things are, there's not like a certain amount of that you have to do or don't do. Anything that you do is going to help them, okay? It's going to help them with their business. It's just a lot. It'll take some time. It'll actually buy them some extra time to do other things, okay? So one of the things that I want to talk to you about, is pretty easy, is help them open their jewelry and clean up afterwards. For those of you that are in paparazzi, you know that each piece of jewelry usually has two plastic pieces that cover that jewelry, and when you open that stuff up, it goes everywhere, and it probably sticks to your feet, because I know it does ours. It's crazy. And it kind of can make a mess. So what we do is we usually will get a box, we'll open everything up, throw it all on the floor, or get all the pieces, check them over and everything, and then afterwards we clean all that stuff up, put it in a bag, or save some of the plastic pieces to put the jewelry in later. But that can be a time-consuming process, and if you just knock it out and help her, or even do it while she's doing something else, that'd be super fast. It's a real easy way to help. Another thing that super simple, it's like doesn't really cause any blood, sweat, or tears, that you can do, share their parties on social media. A lot of people are doing Facebook Live these days and Instagram Live, and if you've got those accounts, all you got to do is just send a share out. Just go ahead and share that video, and you'll be good to go. It's a real great way for your spouse or significant other to get some more exposure. Some of your friends are probably not friends with her, and they'll be able to think, oh, well, this is really pretty, maybe I should buy it. And you know what else can happen? Sometimes you can get recruits that way. You can get your spouse some recruits. It's actually happened for me a few times. I've had a few people from my friends list actually decide to sign up and start selling this as their business, and they have been doing great with it. So that's a really easy way to do it. And a third thing I want to tell you that's really quick, and actually not that painful. I know it's not really painful, but as a guy, I'm just saying it's painful, because everything we do is painful. But anyway, the third thing is talk about the businesses, or talk about your significant other's business to your friends and family, and even people that you meet randomly. That gas station attendant at the gas station that you always go to and end up getting a drink before work or something. Just any of these little things can actually really help the business. Okay, it's really simple, quick things. All right, let's talk about like medium level participation things, okay? First thing I'll tell you is you can build their display boards, okay? These can be the folding ones that they take to events. You could also put up like pegboards and stuff up on walls inside their office, maybe, anything like that. But it just helps to display the jewelry and keep it safe and without being broken. That's a really good way to help out. It takes a little bit more energy to do that, but again, you guys got to figure out, you talk with your spouse, see what they would like for you to do to help them, and things will be great. Another thing is help them set up an office space or showroom or anything like that, etc. My wife has an entire room to herself, and it's got wall-to-wall pegboards that she can hang up extra jewelry. She's got a desk with her computer, printer, everything. She even has a TV up on the wall so she can watch Netflix or something while she's working. She's got a bunch of different displays. She's got some filming stuff in there, and it's something that we have decided we were going to make sure she had, and it's really allowed her business to grow, and it's getting to a point where we're almost too big for that room. So anyway, that's something that you can do. Here's another thing, and this is probably one thing that would really help them. I know Ericka loves when I do this, and that is help them pack orders and do the shipping, or at least help with the shipping. So getting on Facebook Live, doing a party and everything, holding up that piece, and they say, yes, I want that. That's the easy part. They still have to invoice those pieces so they can get paid, and then they have to create the shipping labels, do all the shipping, the weighing and everything, pack all the orders, pull the jewelry off. It's a lot of process. It's a very time-consuming process, but you can help them with that. Now, the way that I help my wife is I do not do the invoicing at all. I sort of sometimes do pull pieces but it's usually if there's numbers attached to them, or we've already pulled them during the party and thrown them in there. But I have packed them. I will pack them up. She does the shipping labels now to where it's just the peel and stick, so I don't have to do that as much. But originally what we would do is we'd print them off, and we'd have to cut them out, and then I would pack all the jewelry in the bags or the boxes, put the shipping label on there, tape it up, and then get that all taped up and squared away. Now, you can do it a little bit. It's just whatever your spouse needs, ask them. They will be more than happy to tell you. I promise you. Trust me. Another thing that I would say that is extremely helpful is help them set up and break down at events. So if they're doing an outdoor event or an indoor event, just not at your house, just go help them. Doesn't necessarily mean you have to stay there and help them sell, but help them set tents up or tables and display boards, get things situated, make sure they have power if they need it and all that stuff. That's something that you can do to really help, and also be there at the end to break down. Now, one thing that I do sometimes with her, depends on the event. Sometimes I will go with her and help her set up, and then I'll go do my own thing, and then I'll come back and pick her up later. I don't do that all the time, and we'll talk about that in the next level part here shortly. But that is a really awesome way, and if you've ever done an outdoor event, spouses, the setup and breakdown can take a lot of time, and having somebody else there to help is a big deal. So let's talk about the expert level participation, and this is the more involved sort of participation that you could possibly do to help your significant other. Work as team members in this business. That's the first thing. A lot of these really high up elite, and including ours, our business is it is husband-wife teams, spouse teams, significant other teams. They actually work together, work this business together, and it's a big deal. And we've even started doing that for about a year, maybe 2 years. That's really been a big deal, and it's a huge help. It really is, and it can change your business too, because you as a man or a significant other may have a different idea about how this business is that you can share to somebody, and that's what gets them to click that this is an awesome business. Okay. Second thing you can do social media parties with them, even in front of the camera. So if any of you guys have ever seen one of my wife's Facebook Live parties and happens to tune in on Sundays at 8 o'clock on her Facebook page, you will see a Facebook party called Sundays with Solomon. Now, this is why it's at like expert level participation, because most guys aren't going to get up in front of the camera holding up jewelry and trying to sell it. Well, I do. I do it because I get to be kind of a comedian while I do the parties, and I mansplain every piece. I give them the color of dirt. You know, these look like blue loofahs. You know, this looks like grandma's soap. All these kind of things. Believe it or not, it makes it sell because people they start laughing and they remember those pieces. So that's something that you can do. You don't have to do this. I'm not saying any of these things you have to do, but these just give you some ideas that can help. The third and final thing that I want to tell you that's, you know, on the expert level would be to go to the events and actually work them with your significant other. Actually stand in the same in the booth and you know, try to pull people in so they can see the stuff that you've got available, talk to them, collect money, do all that stuff. Actually do the selling, but do it as a pair. So I want to let you guys know that was the last thing for that. I want to let you know that, you know, everybody's story is going to be different, but I will tell you our story is once I started getting involved and actually helping her, once I finally realized that, you know, this is a big deal. It needs to happen. Our business changed. We started, it went straight up changed by leaps and bounds. It's been amazing. It is so much so that I was actually able to retire and do this full-time helping her. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. I will be doing some more videos in this series, and I look forward to seeing you guys there. Y'all have a great day.